Hi everybody, welcome to Janet's Crochet Journey. Today is Wednesday, June 19th, 2024. How is everybody doing? I know here in New York it's a little toasty, but that's okay. This is what we've been waiting for. Thanks to all of you who keep coming back, current, new, and future friends. I wanted to show you what I've been up to. One finished project that I'm not happy with, and I will do that one first. And then I've started a couple other things. Just saying. Okay, so first of all, in the last video, I gave the wrong pattern for a blanket that I was doing. And I didn't realize it until I went back and was rereading the directions. And I was like, oh. So, the correct pattern is still free by Yarnspirations, but I had printed 3 or 4 patterns that were very similar, and that's where I messed up. And that's why I kind of was like hesitating in my last video, because as I was reading this previous pattern in front of you, I'm like, wait a minute, that's not what I did. So I found it. So the pattern is actually Granny Rectangle Crochet Afghan, which is free from Yarnspirations. And I like the pattern, but normally with grannies, so that you don't get the weird shape and the wonkiness, you between rounds turn the project to keep things kind of straight and, set. Well, in this pattern, you don't do that. And like, it crossed my mind briefly, but then I didn't think anything of it until the blanket was done. I'm not happy with it, so I think it's just gonna get laid over a piece of furniture where the cats always lay, and that way, when I need to wash it or like get the hair, I can just wash the blanket and not worry about it, because I don't want to give it to anybody just because. So I used a 6mm hook, and I'm sorry if it's a little dark, but it's like a little after 9 at night. I worked until 4, got home, and everyone knows you do all the things, and I just took a shower and had ice cream for dinner, and not breakfast, dinner, and then I'm like, crap, I wanted to do this video, so I better get to stepping and get it done. So the yarn that I used, which will now go in my scrap box towards my Navajo, unless I find something small to do, is the Craft Smart Value yarn. These have 215 yards in them, and this was the color Bluebell, and this yarn is it's soft for an acrylic, and I did like it, and I was super excited. No, I'm not. But whatever, at least the cats will be comfy. So toss that down there onto the box that it's got to go in. And this is the blanket. I had 3 skeins. So I don't know how well you can see it, but if you can, like, if I try to get the bottom to go straight, the top is like, it's just not, it curves in, it doesn't hold its shape unless you pull it, And then, you know, like if you're trying to pull it, then the bottom does crazy things. So no, I'm not happy with it, because then when you go to fold it, look, the heck is that? So it's going to be a cat blanket. So now that I have the video done and I'm like, I pull it, stretch it, open it, it goes right back to the wonkiness, and I don't like it. So as pretty as the yarn is, the cats will enjoy. Each skein has 215 yards. Like I said, I have 3 of several colors that I want to use up for blankets. Did I measure it? No, because I was annoyed. But pretty much if I did blankets with the 3 skeins, this is about how big they'll be. It's good enough for a little one, and it could turn into something that they end up dragging around with them. I just have to find a different pattern where you start from the middle. I feel like it's necessary when you only have so many skeins, because then you can just stop when you know you're getting close. So there's a fail for the cats to enjoy, but it's done. All right. So some of my friends here on YouTube like to make market bags, and they use Crochet with Claire's tutorial. So I wanted to make one because I have a lot of variegated cotton yarns, and I figured I would use one of them to make the bag. It's a Granny Square tote bag by Crochet with Claire. She's here on YouTube. She has the video. And I started one with, because I believe in the video she uses a 3-weight yarn. So I came down here with a 4.5 millimeter hook, and I grabbed Hirschner's pastry, whatever that is, and it's a 3-weight, and that's the colorway. Figured cute, you know, for the beach. The color name is Infinity Pool. So it is a thin 3, and I'm not a thin yarn kind of girl. My arthritis in my hands just are like, what are you doing? So after 2 rounds, this is what I got. This teeny tiny little thing. And I'm like, ooh, with this yarn. And she gives you instructions on how many rounds to do based on what you're looking for. And so I was like, I like the pattern, but not my choice of yarn because this is thin. So, which kind of stinks because I have a couple different colors. But anyways. So then I went and grabbed, keep that. Needless to say, I'm probably going to frog that one. If I use it for some other project, I don't know, because I don't like how thin it is. Anyways, so then I came and was looking at my other cottons, and I looked at my cotton cakes. Yarnspirations Caron Cotton Painterly Cakes. And I've had these a while. And this color is called Shimmering Pond. cats are down here with me deciding to play with their toys. So, there's that color. It does give a pattern on there for something like that, but I guess. So anyways, I took that and then I used a 5.5 millimeter hook. The cake says to use a 5, but I went up a hook size, or half a hook size. And I think I did 4 rounds. This yarn is much easier to work with because it's a 4 weight. And this is how far I am with this one. And I wanted to make sure that I liked the yarn before I kept going. So this is the one I'm going to continue with to make a market bag. Rose from Rose Likes Crochet and Lisa from Happy to Hook Creations, they make these market bags a lot. So and they're cute because you can, I'm gonna go with the variegated and just finish it, but you can like do solids or a mixture and like make your own pattern. But I'm just gonna go with it and see what it looks like when it's done, because I would like a bag, a cotton bag for like beach towels and stuff that's, you know, not acrylic, and that's a good color. So that's what I'm going with. Then I decided that I wanted to use some of my velvet yarn. I have 3 different colorways in my cakes, at least what I have here. I have to re-go through my boxes and like get into storage, but for now I'm trying to, you know, like get through some of the oddballs that I have here. So I had 3 cakes of each. So I picked well, out of the 3 colorways, there's only one color that I would choose personally for like a boy's blanket. And then I decided out of the 2 other colors which one to do for a girl. I figured I'd use the same pattern, but just 2 different colors. Reason being is I'm going to be a grandma again. Yay! My 2 daughters both have a boy, and they're trucking along to their 2nd birthdays soon. And now my one son, and his girlfriend are expecting. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like go through a cake on one, then go through a cake on the other, and just keep flopping back and forth. And then when I find out the gender, I'll know which blanket to finish. So I thought it would be fun because we're gonna find out very soon, like by my next video, what the gender is. So once I know the gender, I'm gonna put the blanket that I don't need on the back burner for now, so that I can finish the one that I do need, because then, you know, I have to make a sweater set and a different blanket, like a layette set that they can keep for when the baby gets older and like has children and all that stuff, like I did with my other grandkids. So I think it's going to be kind of neat that when I come back on here, well, let's be real, I'm probably not going to have it done by the next video, but when I do get to show it again, then depending which one I show you, you'll know what the gender is. Okay, so the first color I picked, this is Yarnspirations Bernat Velvet Stripes in the colorway Shark Skin. And this is different tones of grays and white. This is a 5 bulky and 315 yards, and it's so soft and velvety. Love it. So I have 3 of these, and I completely used 1 cake, and then I put it aside, 1 so I could show the video, but then 2 I picked the colorway Parfait Layers by Premier, and this has 459 yards in it, so like a little more. And this is the color All the Berries, and as you can see, I'm working on it, and I will show you what I have so far. This is still the first cake. So this one will have more yards in it if this is the one I need to finish. Now, of course, dingbat me, I didn't go up a hook size for the starting chain on this one, but I did on the other one. And you know, if you don't go up a hook size on that starting chain, it gets a little tight, but it's not too bad. You know, I'm going with it. It's fine. All right, so the pattern I decided on was by Yarnspirations. I love their website because their patterns are stinking free, and you can't beat that. This is called the Just Beachy Throw, and they use a 4-weight yarn and a 6mm hook. Well, this stuff you might as well say is a 4-weight yarn, but it says it's a 5 bulky. And I used a 7mm hook. So this one is, and this stuff is so soft. I love it. Okay, so here's this one. And I chained less on this one than the other one. So this is 1 cake. And I think it's going to be a good size. I love the colors. I'm not color controlling. I'm just letting it do its thing. So there's that one. Now the other one, I chained a little more. And instead of the blanket being used this way, it's going to have to get turned the other way. I think, unless with it having more yards, it doesn't look silly, because I don't want it to be longer this way than it is tall. So then it would be like, okay, you've got to turn the blanket. That's how I meant it to be, you know, whatever. All right, so this one is still attached. And so if you see the bottom, how it buckles a little bit, because I didn't go up a hook size. And I think I followed the directions and did 135 chains on this and realized I shouldn't have. So this is how it is. Started the new color, and pretty much what it is it's once you do your single first row, You're doing single in one, double in the next, single in one, double in the next. And then when you chain one and turn, you always start with a single, double, because you always end with a double. Super easy. And that's why I'm doing it with both, because I don't want to confuse myself. So again, it has a little bit of the curve to it. I really don't want to frog it and start over just because of the chain. Like, that would stinking bum me out. But it is, like, when you pull it, it's tight compared to down here. And it has like the little curve from being a little tighter than down here. But you know, neither one of these blankets will be the one, I don't think anyways, that I will tell, you know, my son, yeah, this is the one, you know, to save with the layette set. But I don't know, just bugs me that the bottom is a little tight. I kick myself in the butt for not remembering. But anyways, I mean, let's be real, these grandbabies are going to have more blankets than they know what to do with. So I'm sure I'll end up making another one, you know, with blanket yarn. They usually get one of those, and to lay out with acrylic with the matching sweater, because this baby is due in middle December. So I have a sweater set already in my stash for a girl, but it came out a little big. So I think I need to look at making one for like a newborn, which, you know, those don't take very long. But anyways, that's all I got, everybody. I appreciate you all coming and hanging out with me for a little bit to see what I've been up to. And again, I'm not sure if I'll have the blanket finished by the next video, but when I do, you'll know what the gender will be. All right, guys, please like, subscribe, share if you want to, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.